name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do.
I'm picking Valentine, cause I'm the one in line. The guy has got him figured at 5 to 9. Well, this guy says the horse has chance.
The 50-year-old fight, and his foot's alright. Of course it all goes to horse and train last night.
I know it's Valentine, the morning looks fine, beside the jockey's brother's a friend of mine.
In just a minute, boys, I got the speedbox noise.
This guy said the horse was red.
I
gave the horse the horse is red. This guy says the horse is red. I'm picking Valentine, cause I'm one in line. The guy has got him figured at 5 tonight.
So make it epitaph, be waited by a half.
This guy said the horse has red.
Epitaph.
Valentine,
I got the horse right here. waste all her time being good. How can she make any money from that?
Maybe she owns a piece of the mission.
Yeah. Hey, Benny South Street.
Rusty Charlie, how are you? You know Nicely Johnson.
Yeah. How goes it? Nicely, thank you.
Tell me, what about Nathan Detroit? Has he got a place for his crap game?
Well, we don't know yet.
The heat is on.
He's still looking for a place.
Well, tell him I'm loaded and looking for action. I just acquired 5,000 potatoes.
5,000 bucks?
And where did you acquire it?
I collected the reward on my father.
Everyone's looking for action. I wish Nathan found
Ah, Lieutenant Brannigan! Mr. South Street is Lieutenant Brannigan of the New York Police Department.
a pleasure.
Any of you guys seen Nathan Detroit?
And, which Nathan Detroit is that?
I mean the Nathan Detroit has been running a floating trap game around here. And getting away with it by moving it to a different spot every night.
And why are you telling us this, Your Honor?
I'm telling you this because I know you two bums work for Detroit. Busting up customers for his crap game.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you can tell him from me that I know right now he's running around trying to find a spot. Well, nobody's gonna give him a spot because they don't know the training is breathing down their neck.
Hiya, Nathan! Fellas, I'm having terrible trouble. Everybody's scared to count that lousy Brannigan, and I can't...
Something wrong, Mr. Detroit.
Oh, hello, Lieutenant. I hope you don't think I was talking about you. There are other lousy Brannigans.
Detroit! I've just been talking to your colleagues about your crap game. I suppose you're having trouble finding a place.
Well, the heat is on, as you must know for the fact that you now have to live on your salary.
Did you find a place?
What is that called? One for me. What am I, a sick maniac? I'm really running a crack game for the convenience of those who want a little action, in return for which I take a small cut. Is that a crime?
Yeah. Well, Nathan, did you find a place?
Did you find a place for the game? Did I find a place? Yes, I found a place. We're holding the crap game tomorrow night in the Radio City Music Hall.
How are you gonna fix the ushers?
I tried all the regular places. The back of the cigar store, the funeral parlor.
Nathan, you said once there might be a chance of the Biltmore garage.
Yeah.
I was over to the Biltmore garage. Spoke to Joey Biltmore himself. He said he might take a chance and let me use his place. If I give him $1,000.
$1,000?
In cash, he won't take my marker.
Your marker's no good, huh?
What do you mean? A marker ain't just a piece of paper that says, I owe you $1,000 signed Nathan Detroit. A marker's like a pledge which a guy can't welch on. It's like not a salute to the flag. My marker is good as gold. Only Joey Biltmore don't think so. It don't even seem possible. Me without a livelihood? Why, I've been running a crap game ever since I was a juvenile delinquent.
Well, Nathan, can't you do something?
What can I do? I'm broke. I couldn't even buy Adelaide a present today. And you know what today is. It is mine and Adelaide's 14th anniversary.
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah, we've been engaged for 14 years.
Nathan, concentrate on the game. The town's up to here with high players. The Greek's in town.
Rusty Charlie!
Live a lives Louie.
I know I can make a fortune, but where can I have the game? The Biltmore garage wants a grand.
But we ain't got a grand on hand.
And they've now got a lock on the door of the gym at Pier City 4.
There's a stock room behind McCluskey's bar.
But Mrs. McCloskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore garage is the spot.
But the $1,000 we ain't got. Why, it's good old reliable Nathan Detroit. If you're looking for action, he'll furnish the spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, for it's always just a short walk. to the oldest established permanent floating craft game in New York. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere, everywhere. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere. And an awful lot of letters for the fellow who can get us. If we only had a lousy little grin, we could be a millionaire. That's good old reliable Nathan, 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 Detroit. If the size of your bundle you want to increase, he'll arrange that you go broke in quiet and peace. In a hideout provided by Nathan, where there are no neighbors to squawk. It's the oldest established permanent floating crack game in New York.
Where's the action? Where's the game?
Gotta have the game or we'll die from shame. It's the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. Gentlemen, do not worry. Nathan Detroit back here will float again. My bus will let you know where he is.
Okay, Nathan. Say, you know who else is the fraction? Sky Masterson. Sky Masterson's in town.
Sky Masterson. Now there's the highest player of them all.
Higher than the Greek?
Higher than anybody. Why do you think they call him Sky? That's how high he bets.
Listen to me. I once saw him bet the 5, that is $5,000 on the cockroach.
And another time, he was sick and he wouldn't take penicillin. On account he had bet 10 J's that his temperature will go to 104.
Well, did it?
Did it? He's so lucky it went to 106. Good old Sky.
Maybe you can borrow 1,000 from Sky.
Oh, not Sky. With him, that kind of money ain't LinkedIn money. That's bet money. So why don't I bet him? Why don't I bet him 1,000 on something?
You would bet with Sky, Masterson?
I ain't scared. I'm perfectly willing to take the risk, provided I can figure out a bet which there is no chance of losing. He likes crazy bets, like which lump of sugar would a fly sit on, or how far you can kick a piece of cheese. Cheese. Okay, look. Run into Mindy's restaurant and ask Mindy how many pieces of cheesecake he sold yesterday and how many pieces of strudel.
How much cheesecake and how much strudel? What do you want to know that for?
Just find out. Now beat it. Here comes Adelaide. If she hears I'm running a crab game, she'll never set foot on me again.
Hello, Nathan dear.
Adelaide Kitchen.
And you go ahead, girls. Order me a tuna fish on rye with a chocolate sundae, tomato ketchup, and mayonnaise. Okay, Adelaide. We're gonna get back to the hot box.
You still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver Charlie. He's been working us all day. Finally, I said, look, Charlie, I'm starving. I gotta get out of here and get something to eat. And he says, you don't want to eat. You just want to sneak out of here and meet that cheap bum Nathan Detroit.
So what did you say to him?
I told him I said I'll be whoever I want.
Well, don't upset yourself. How's your cold?
Oh, much better, thank you. Nathan, happy anniversary.
A present for me?
I hope you like it.
A belt?
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet and so is jelly. So put this belt around your belly. Honey, that's so sweet. Look, about your present, I was gonna get you a diamond wristwatch with a gold band and 2 rubies on the side.
Oh, Nathan, you shouldn't have.
That's all right, I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, I kind of like it when you forget to give me presents.
One of these days I'll be in the money, and you'll have more meat than a mink.
Nathan, darling, I can do without anything. Just so long as you don't start running that crap game again.
The crap game? What an absurd thought!
1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
Huh?
Yesterday, Minnie sold 1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
That's what I said.
More strudel than cheesecake? That's great!
Nathan, what is this?
Oh, nothing, honey.
Hey, any news yet?
Not yet, Rusty. I'll let you know.
Okay, Detroit.
And what was that about?
Nah. His wife's having a baby.
So why is he asking you?
He's nervous. It's his first wife.
Oh.
Look, Adelaide, I'm expecting a fella, and I know you're hungry.
Nathan, are you trying to get rid of me?
No! I just don't want your sandwich to get soggy. Fellas! Take Adelaide to the drugstore. You see, honey, you've got a cold. And the drugstore is across the street. And there's a lot of open manholes around.
Nathan, you're so thoughtful. You're just the sweetest person. Goodbye.
Hey, Masterson. Glad to see you, Sky.
Nathan, you old promoter, you.
How are you, Sky? You look great.
I feel great, Nathan. 2 wonderful weeks out west in Nevada. Great place. Beautiful scenery, healthful climate, and I beat him for 50 G's at blackjack.
50 G's? Gonna be in town long?
No, I'm flying to Havana tomorrow.
Havana?
Yes, there's a lot of action down there. Do you want to come with me?
No, I got a lot of things to do. Meantime, how about dropping over to Mitty's for a piece of cheesecake? They sell a lot of cheesecake.
Nah, I'm not hungry. So, tell me, how's Adelaide?
Oh, fine, fine. Still dancing at the Hot Box.
I suppose one of these days you'll be getting married, huh?
We gotta go sometime.
But Nathan, we can fight it. Guys like us, Nathan, we've got to remember that Pleasant, as the doll's company may be, she must always take second place to aces back to back.
Yeah. Tell me, you hungry yet? Maybe we can go into Mindy's and have a piece of cheesecake, or strudel, or something.
Nah, I think I'll go get the late results.
Oh? But you will admit that Mindy has the greatest cheesecake in the country.
Why, yes, I'm quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Who ain't? And yet there's some people who like Mindy's strudel. Offhand, which do you think sells more, the cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, I never really gave much thought. But if everybody's like I am, I'd say Mindy sells more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much? Huh? For how much?
Why, Nathan, I never knew you to be a betting man. You always take a percentage off the top.
Well, for all time's sake, I thought I'd give you a little action. I'll bet you $1,000 that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
Nathan, let me tell you a story.
Oh?
When I was a young man about to go out into the world, my father says to me a very valuable thing. He says to me like this: "Son," the old guy says, "I'm sorry that I'm not able to bankroll you to a large start, but not having any potatoes to give you, I am now going to stake you to some very valuable advice. One of these days in your travels, a guy's going to come up to you and show you a nice brand new deck of cards on which the seal is not yet broken. And this guy's going to offer to bet you that he can make the jack of spades jump out of the deck and score cider in your ear. But son, do not bet this man, for as sure as you stand there, you will wind up with an ear full of cider." Now, Nate, I do not claim that you've been clocking Mindy's cheesecake.
You don't think that?
However, if you are really looking for some action, I will bet you the same 1,000 that you do not know the color necktie you have on.
No bet. in color.
Nathan, we took Adelaide to the drugstore.
Don't bother me.
Gosh, come on.
Hiya, Sky.
Hey, how's it with you fellas?
Not bad.
Nicely, nicely. We took Adelaide to the drugstore, and she said for you to be sure to pick her up after the show at the Hot Box, and don't be late.
Yes, dear. I mean, yes.
Yes, dear. How does husband talk if I've ever heard it? Nathan, you are trapped. And in Adelaide, you've got the type of doll that's most difficult to unload.
I don't want to unload her. I love Adelaide. And a guy without a doll. Why, if a guy doesn't have a doll, who will holler at him? A doll is a necessity.
Nathan, I'm not putting the rap on doll. I just say a guy should have them around when he wants them. And they're easy to find.
Not dolls like Adelaide.
Nathan, figuring weight for age. All dolls are the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then how come you ain't got a doll? How come you're going to Havana all alone without one?
Well, because I like to travel light. But if I wish to take a doll to Havana, there's a large assortment available.
Not real high-class dolls.
Any doll. You name her.
Any doll and I'll name her. Will you make a bet? Will you bet $1,000 if I name her, you'll take her to Havana tomorrow?
You gotta bet.
I name her.
Her. Cider.
Someday, I'm going to take a pickaxe and rip up Broadway from end to end.
They do that every day.
Do you take sinners here?
Indeed we do. Sarah.
How do you do?
My name is Abernathy. Arvide Abernathy.
Sky Masterson.
What's wrong?
What is the trouble?
My heart is heavy with sin.
You poor man.
I have wasted my life in gambling and evil betting, and I have suddenly realized the terrible things that betting can lead to.
Agatha. Coffee.
Didn't I see you a little while ago? On Broadway?
Possibly, I've been wandering around, trying to get up enough courage to come here.
And you're willing to give up gambling?
Well, gladly. I never would have become a gambler at all, had I not fallen in with evil companions who were always offering me sucker bets.
Here, young man.
Thank you. It makes me feel so good just to talk to you people.
Well, you just go right on talking to Sister Sarah, and you'll be all right. I'm glad you found us.
Well, the Bible says, seek and you shall find.
Very good. I wish that we could reach more sinners like you. We are out every day trying.
Well, maybe you should try the nighttime.
How's that?
Well, as a former sinner, I happen to know that the best time to find sinners is between midnight and dawn. You might even try having an all-night session against the devil.
A very good suggestion indeed.
Thank you, Brother Masterson.
You're welcome.
Coffee is so good, I can't understand why it isn't a sin.
Fine old gentleman. I suppose he sort of looks after you.
We look after each other.
Huh. And I suppose if either of you goes someplace, the other goes along?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Here are 2 of our pamphlets I'd like you to read. They will give you a good deal of comfort.
Thank you.
And we'll be holding a special prayer meeting this Thursday, which I'm sure you will wish to attend.
I'm sure. Miss Sarah, I hope you'll not think that I'm getting out of line, but I think it's wonderful to see a pretty doll. I mean, a nice-looking lady like you, sacrificing herself for the sake of others. Staying here in this place, do you ever go anyplace else? Travel or something?
I would like to go to Africa.
Well, that's a little far. But there are a lot of wonderful places just a couple hours from New York by plane. Have you ever been in a plane?
No.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Here's another pamphlet I think you should read.
Thank you. Of course, I will need a lot of personal help from you. You see, my heart is as black as 2 feet down a wolf's gullet.
I'll be speaking at the Thursday prayer meeting.
Well, I need private lessons. Why don't we have dinner or something?
I think not, Mr. Masterson.
I'm sorry. I'm just blossoming under the warmth of your kindness. Hey, that's wrong.
What's wrong?
That's not Proverbs, it's Isaiah.
It's Proverbs.
Sorry, no peace to the wicked. Isaiah, chapter 57, verse 21. Isaiah?
Isaiah.
You see, Miss Sarah, there are 2 things that have been in every hotel room in this country. Sky Masterson and the Gideon Bible. Well, I must have read the good book 10 or 12 times.
You've read the Bible 12 times?
What's wrong with the Bible? Besides, in my line of business, the strangest information frequently comes in handy. Well, I once won 5 G's in a parlay with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
I told you, I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Well, mine's a sin. Look, I'm a big sinner. If you get me, it's 8 to 5 that others will follow. And you need sinners, don't you?
We're managing.
Look, let's be honest here. This mission is laying an egg. Why don't you let me help you? I'll bet I can fill this place with sinners.
I don't bet.
Well, I'll make you a proposition. When did you say this big meeting of yours is? Thursday? I will guarantee to fill that meeting with 12 genuine sinners. What's more, I will also guarantee that they will sit still and listen to you.
And what's my end of the bargain?
Have dinner with me.
Why do you want to have dinner with me?
Because I'm hungry. Here.
What's this?
Sky Masterson's marker for 12 sinners. If you don't think it's good, ask anybody in town. I owe you 12 sinners. And I'll pick you up at noon tomorrow for dinner.
At noon?
It'll take us some time to get there.
To get where?
To my favorite restaurant.
Where is that?
The Cafe Cubano in Havana.
El Cafe Cubano in Havana?
Where do you want to go? Howard Johnson's?
Havana?
Why not? The plane gets us there in 5 hours and we're back the same night. And the food is great.
I now realize, Mr. Gambler, that when you were describing the blackness of your heart, you didn't do yourself justice.
And I now realize, Sister Sarah, that no matter how beautiful a sergeant is, she is still a sergeant.
Please, go away.
Why don't you change your pit, Sarge? Come to the mission one and all, except guys. I hate guys.
I don't hate anybody.
Except me. Well, Anne believes no, it's just me personally, and not all guys in general. It is nice to know, Miss Sarah, that somewhere in the world there's a guy who might appeal to you. I wonder what this guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
I'm not interested in what he will not be. I'm interested in what he will be.
Don't worry. I'll know. For I've imagined every bit of him, from his strong moral fiber to the wisdom in his head, to the homey aroma of his pipe.
You have wished yourself a Scarsdale Galahad, the breakfast-eating Brooks Brothers type.
Yes, and I shall meet him when the time is ripe.
You've got the guy all figured out.
I have.
Including what he smokes. All figured out, huh?
All figured out. Oh, no, when my love comes along, I won't take a chance. Oh, he'll be just what I need, not some fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by the 2 pair of pants.
Oh, no, by the calm, steady voice, 'His feet on the ground. and sound. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong. When my love comes along.
No, you're talking about love. You can't dope it like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
Well, would you like to hear how a gambler feels about the big heartthrob?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Mine will come as a surprise to me. Mine I leave to chance and chemistry.
Chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. Suddenly I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know then and there. I'll know at the sight of her face how I care, how I care, how I care. And I'll stop and I'll stare and I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart. I'll know, and I won't ever ask, am I right? Am I wise? Am I smart? But I'll stop and I'll stare at that face in the throng. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along. I'll drop it again, in case you want to take a crack at the other cheek.
I won't take a chance. My love will be just what I need, not some fly-by-night Broadway romance. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong. For I'll know when my love comes along.
Hello, is this the Billmore garage? Let me talk to Joey Billmore.
Who's this?
This is Nathan Detroit.
This is Joey. What do you want?
Joey, I'm calling about you know.
The what?
The crap game.
The what?
The crap game.
Wait a minute, I got a customer.
Hurry it up, will you?
That'll be $8. What did you say, Nathan?
The crap game!
Don't say that on the phone. Suppose the cops are listening.
I'm sorry, that dice tournament. Look, Joey, is it okay if we use your place tomorrow night?
If I get $1,000,
I'll have it tomorrow.
then call me tomorrow.
Look, Joey, if you're gonna take this attitude, I'll have the game someplace else.
Then have it someplace else.
Where else can I have it? Joey, the dough is guaranteed. Would I lie to you?
Yes.
I'm getting it from Sky Masterson.
How do you know?
It's a bet. I can't lose. I made a bet that he couldn't take a doll to Havana
Why couldn't he?
because she ain't the kind of doll that goes to Havana.
Where does she go?
She goes no place. That's why I'm gonna win.
Don't be so sure. It ain't a horse, it's a doll.
But Joey,
Nathan, there'll be no crap game here tomorrow unless I get my dough in advance.
Joey, you've known me for a long time.
That's why I want it in advance.
Well, I can't talk anymore. I gotta meet Adelaide at the hot box. Look, just one thing. Can I at least tell the guys that the game is gonna be at your place?
Not till I get the dough.
Okay, you'll get it. Goodbye!
Goodbye.
I hope you get stabbed by a Studebaker.
And likewise to you.
And now for the grand finale of our Round the World review. We take you down on the farm with our star Miss Adelaide and the hot box chickies.
I love you, a bushel and a peck. That lousy Joey Biltmore.
Hello, Nathan.
Hello, Pie Face.
How are you, handsome?
Fine. What do you got there?
A book.
A book? You're always reading books. You become a regular bookie.
Nathan, this is very very interesting. The doctor gave it to me. I went to him about my cold.
How is your cold?
It's the same. So the doctor asked me how long I had had it. And I told him a long time. And I said I thought it was on account of my dancing with hardly any clothes on, which is what I usually wear. So he said to read this book, because he said it might be due to psychology.
You haven't got that, have you?
Nathan, this is the psychology that tells you why girls do certain kinds of things.
Oh! Would it tell you when a certain guy would go for a certain kind of guy, which you wouldn't think would do so?
What do you mean?
I'm just, for instance, there are certain dogs you can almost bet that would not go for a certain kind of guys.
Nathan, no matter how terrible a fella seems, you can never be certain that some girl won't fall for him. Take us?
Yeah!
Nathan, starting with next week, I'm going to get a raise. So with what I'll be making, I wondered what you would think. Maybe we could finally get married?
Well, of course we're going to, sooner or later.
I know, Nathan. But I'm starting to worry about Mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Well, Nathan, this is something I never told you before. But my mother, back in Rhode Island, well, she thinks we're married already.
Why would she think a thing like that?
Well, I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People don't do that in Rhode Island. They all get married.
Then why is it such a small state?
Anyway, Nathan, I wrote her I was married.
You did, huh?
Uh-huh. Then, after about 2 years...
What after 2 years?
Well, we had a baby.
You told your mother we had a baby?
I had to, Nathan. Mother wouldn't have understood if we hadn't.
What type baby was it?
It was a boy. I named it after you, Nathan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And, where's Nathan Jr. supposed to be now?
He's in boarding school. I wrote Mother he won the football game last Saturday.
I wish I'd bet on it.
But Nathan, that's not all, Nathan.
Don't tell me he has a little sister.
All those years, Nathan. Mother believes in big families.
Just give me the grand total.
Well, there's Junior and Sally and Harry and Bob and...
5. Your mother must be a glutton for punishment.
But Nathan, you don't even know my mother.
But I'll be meeting her soon. And what do I tell her? What do I try to do with the 5 kids? Lost them in a poker game? What are we gonna do?
We could get married.
But marriage ain't something you jump into like it was a kettle of fish. We ain't ready. I'm ready!
I'm ready, Nathan! What do you think I got in this box? Nathan! What do you think I got in this box?
Sally's wedding shop. I can't guess.
It's a wedding veil. I've had it for 3 years. I won't show you because it's bad luck. Would you like to see it?
It's bad luck.
Oh. So you see, Nathan, darling, I got the veil. All we need now is a license and a blood test.
Our what?
Blood test. It's a law.
What a city! First they closed my crap game, then they opened my veins.
Nathan, you're not planning to run the crap game again, are you?
No! Why do you think I gave up the crap game? It's because I love you and I want us to be the happiest married couple there is in the world.
Has Has anyone out here seen an earring?
I don't think so.
Oh. You! I'm all dated up with Society Max for tomorrow night, and he breaks it on account of your dopey crap game. Honest, Adelaide, I pity you.
Look, Adelaide, I'm down on my knees!
Oh, get up! It reminds me of your crap game.
Look, you're getting yourself upset. You and I are gonna be alright. After all, we love each other and we're gonna get married.
I don't believe you anymore.
But I promise you it's true. You'll feel better tomorrow. Come on, cheer up. Let me see that smile. That's my girl. See you tomorrow.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from sitting around to that plain little beans of gold, a Pisces can develop a cold. You can spray her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fish eye from the hotel flight, a Pisces can develop a cold. It says here, the female remaining single, just in the legal sense, shows an erotic tendency. See note. Tendency, see note? Oh, see note. Oh, okay. Chronic organic syndromes, toxic or hypertense, involving the eye, the ear, the nose, and throat. In other words, just from wondering whether the wedding is on or off, a Pisces can develop a cough.
You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of a name for herself and the name ain't his, a Pisces can develop a cough.
And furthermore, just from stalling the wedding trip, a Pisces can develop a grip. When they get on the train to Niagara, and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime.
And you should have seen her. She gave him a look that would have cooled off a bull moose at mating time.
Great, just as long as he don't take her to Havana.
Havana, he couldn't take this doll to New Rochelle. Where's Nathan? He ought to start lining up the game.
Well, I don't know. I suppose trying to see Adelaide. She's mad at him again.
That Miss Adelaide, she's always taking his mind off of honest work.
Yeah, you know, it's too bad that a smart businessman like Nathan has to go and fall in love with his own fiancée.
But, Benny, that is his weakness, and we should be tolerant because I'm told it's a worldwide weakness. Look! What's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. A picture about a Minnesota man so in love with a Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the Daily News? I'll tell you what's in the Daily News. Story about a guy who bought his wife a small ruby, which otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the Daily News.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. Guy sitting home by a television set who wants you to be something of a rover. That's what's happening all over. Love is a thing that has licked 'em. And it looks like Nathan's just another victim. Yes, sir! When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John could be for a Jane.
When you meet a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that can flatten the Taj Mahal, call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money. That the guy's only doing it for some dough.
When you see a Joe saving half of his dough, you can bet they'll be making it for some dough.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can't afford, it's a cinch the bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mug lately out of the jug, and he's still lifting platinum folderol,
call it hell, call it heaven, it's a probable 12 to 7 that the guy's only doing it for some dough.
a sport, and his cash has run short. Make a bet that he's banking it with some doll.
When a guy wears tails with a bright gleaming white, who the hell you think he's tickling pink on Saturday night?
When a lazy slob takes a good steady job, and he smells from Vitalis and Barbasol.
Call it dumb, call it clever, but you get odds forever that the guy's only doing it for some dough, some dough, some dough. The guy's only doing it for some dough. Call it
paying some attention to him.
Well, yes. He attended every street meeting we had this morning. He must be interested in our work. Very. Oh, by the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sister Sarah. No, I can't reach these people. I should never have volunteered for this post. Well, let's have lunch. And I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to take these gamblers and have them just begging to come to the mission. General Cartwright.
Good morning, Sarah. Arvide.
Good morning, General.
We didn't know you were coming to town, General.
I got in early this morning. I've spent the last hour trying to find you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been holding some extra street meetings, trying to stimulate more interest. Good morning, General.
Good morning. Sarah, there's something I have to talk to you about.
Won't you come inside? Have some lunch with us.
No, I don't have time, dear. I have several other calls to make. Sarah, we at headquarters have come to a definite conclusion. We have decided to close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no!
Close the mission?
But, General, please. Someone can do good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many calls on us. So many other places where our work is really needed.
But we're doing much better now.
And we've announced a big meeting for tomorrow night.
You've announced a meeting. But will anyone be here? Will anyone come?
Pardon me, I couldn't help overhearing. General, my name is Sky Masterson, former sinner.
Wow, you do.
How do you do? I'd like to protest the closure of this mission. I believe Miss Sarah could be a big success here.
I am glad to hear you say that, but I am not so certain.
$1 will get you 10.
What?
General, might I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Why don't you come to the meeting tomorrow night and find out for yourself? Don't you think that'd be a good idea?
Well, if I thought the mission had a chance.
General, I personally guarantee you 1 dozen genuine sinners.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
You all got your carnations?
Yeah.
Remember, no one will be let into the game without they got a red carnation. It's like a password.
Okay, but where's the game?
I'll tell you in a minute. Nathan, is it all set? Can I tell the guys it's at the Billwall garage?
Not yet. I gotta stop for a while. Joey wants his dough first.
But it's 11 o'clock. They won't stick around much longer.
So sue me. I left nicely at the hotel. The money will be there. Where's the dough?
It hadn't come yet.
I told you to wait for it.
Well, I had to get some groceries. I felt a little faint.
Go back to the hotel and wait for the money from Sky. And don't come back here without it, even if you starve to death.
Okay, Nathan.
Where's the game, Detroit?
Hey, Harry the horse. How are you, Harry? How's everything in Brooklyn?
Detroit, you have no place for your game. Tell us, we will seek elsewhere for entertainment.
Now take it easy, Harry.
I hope, Detroit, you will not spoil our evening. Inasmuch as we happen to be entertaining a very prominent guest tonight, I think you may have heard of it. I would like you to meet Big Jewel from Chicago.
Why, how do you do, Big Joe? Welcome to our fair city, in which, as you know, the heat is on, but just be patient and you'll get a little action.
What do you say, Big Joel? Should we stick around, or should we blow?
I came here to play crap. Let's shoot crap.
Sure.
Nathan, there is no crap game tonight. I'm sure Big Jewel will be considerably displeased.
And listen to me. A biggest Jew does not like to be displeased, as you can find out from those sins who at one time or another displeased him.
Although we will admit, it is very hard to find such citizens and view the fact that they are no longer around and about.
That's right.
Why, do you think I'd be so rude to displease a gentleman like Big Jewel here? Big Jewel, believe me when I tell you. That when Nathan did Troy. When Nathan did. When Nathan or Troy arranges something, you can count on it.
Well, well, an interesting gathering indeed. The cream of society. And to the arts. Society man. Rusty chum. Liberal lips loop. Hot horse hope. Hey, carry the horse all the way from Brooklyn, and... Pardon me, I'm very bad on names, but your face looks kind of familiar. Mind telling me where you're from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
Oh, and what do you do there?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Don't ever help my mother across that straight. Lovely. This is like the Maricois line. For blossom time. What's the occasion?
Well,
it's a party.
Indeed. What kind of party?
Goodbye, Kyle. See you tomorrow.
It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
What?
That's correct, Lieutenant. It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
Yes, sir. For he's a jolly good fellow.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. Which nobody can deny.
Nathan, darling. I'm so thrilled. Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, it was a surprise.
But when I saw you standing here with all these, fine gentlemen, I never dreamed it was a bachelor dinner. I thought...
Oh, it's a bachelor dinner.
It's a bachelor dinner.
Yes, sir, a bachelor dinner.
Just think, after 14 years, I am finally going to become Miss Nathan Detroit. Time slightly does fly.
Tell me, Nathan, when is the happy day?
What will it be, Nathan?
Well,
Nathan, this is good. Fellows are nice enough to throw you a bachelor dinner. You should at least tell them the wedding date.
well, we need time for our license and our blood test.
Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get married tomorrow night? Right after the show at the Hot Box.
Adelaide, we need time for our license.
You could elope.
What?
You could drive down to Maryland. What's the name of that town?
Pimlico.
Yeah.
No, not Pimlico. No, Nathan Elton. They'll marry right away. They'll not even ask you for a blood test.
Ain't that unhealthy?
Nathan, that's a great idea. Elope. I'll lend you my getaway car. I mean my Buick.
Oh, Nathan, let's do it.
Oh, what the hell?
My congratulations too, Nathan. And I only hope there's nothing in heredity.
Nathan, I got so many things to do before we elope. You'll be at the Hot Box tomorrow night.
I'll have a table reserved and I'll be all dressed up in, whatever you elope in.
I'm so happy. I ought to wire my mother. Only, what do I wire her?
Send a telegram and date it back.
I'd better wait until we have 5 children. It won't take us long.
Nathan, You are indeed a lucky fellow. A most beautiful doll indeed. Do you agree, Liver Lips?
Tell me, Nathan, how long you know the doll?
14 years.
That's your crap!
Hey, Nathan, you better find a place.
How can I? The money from Sky ain't come yet.
Well, what if it do come? What if he took the doll to Havana?
He couldn't have gone. How could he? She couldn't have gone.
The second oldest mission in Cuba. Come on!
Where to?
To see the oldest. Don't miss the dungeons from which prisoners were thrown to the sharks.
Sounds like a million laughs.
Here is buried Christopher Columbus.
Well, at least he's lying down. How about a drink?
A milkshake, please.
Dulce de leche.
These are delicious. What did you call them?
Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche? What's in it? Besides milk.
Oh, sugar. And a sort of native flavoring.
What's the name of the flavoring?
Bacardi.
another one. Doesn't Bacardi have alcohol in it?
Oh, only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink milk.
Take it easy, Slugger. It's over, you're still champ. You're all right?
Am I all right? Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I've just gotta behave. Boy, if I were a lamp, I'd light. And if I were a banner, I'd wave. Ask me, how do I feel? Little me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start hopping my spring. Or if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Ask me, how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning?
Chemistry?
Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you looked. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. And if I were a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. Pal, if I were a salad, I know I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. Well, if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Havana is so wonderful. Why don't we stay here for a few days and see how wonderful it's really like?
I think we'd better hurry if we want to catch a plane back to New York.
I don't want to go back to New York.
Well, I'm taking you back.
You're no gentleman.
Look, a doll like you shouldn't get mixed up with a guy like me. It's no good. I'm no good. Do you want to know why I took you to Havana? I made a bet. That's how I met you in the first place. I made a bet.
How else would a girl get to meet a gambler?
Come on.
No.
I've got to think what's best for you.
Oh, you talk just like a missionary. Thank you for bringing me back. I must have behaved very badly.
No, you're fine.
Oh, golly! I don't know how Eddie got his stuff home. It was wonderful of you to give it to me. Sky, hello.
How are you, Miss Adelaide?
Oh, fine, Sky. Look, the girls just gave me a kitchen shower. We went to an all-night drugstore and surprised her with the kitchen shower. Look.
Oh, what vulgar jewelry!
That's wonderful, Miss Adelaide. You know Miss Sarah, don't you?
How do you do?
Glad to meet you. You know, Sky, we're eloping tomorrow night, right after the show of the Hot Box. Nathan and I.
Good luck.
Thank you. Gee, I feel just like a housewife already. I'm going to love being in the kitchen. I tried on the aprons.
Miss Adelaide certainly seems happy.
She's in love.
Yeah, I guess so.
What time is it?
I don't know. 4 o'clock.
This is your time of day, isn't it? I've never been up this late before.
How do you like it?
It's so peaceful and wonderful.
You're
finding out something I've known for quite a while. My time of day is a dark time, a couple of deals before dawn, when the street belongs to the cop and the janitor with a mop, and the grocery clerks are all gone. When the smell of the rain-washed pavement comes up clean and fresh and cold, and the street lamp light fills the gutter with gold. That's my time of day, my time of day. And you're the only doll I've ever wanted to share it with me. Obadiah!
Obadiah? What's that?
Obadiah Masterson, that's my real name. You're the first person I ever told it to. I've never been in love before. Now all at once, it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is one that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song was born. Please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
Before
Good morning, Brother Masterson. Good morning. We followed your suggestion and stayed out all night. We spoke to a lot of sinners. Where have you been, Sarah?
I've been to Cuba.
Boy, you're even more tired than I am.
Hey, what is this? What the hell is this? Can now stop!
Wait a minute! How goes the
Someone must have tipped them off. I've seen a lot of space things in my time, but this is the first time I've ever seen a floating crap gang go full blast on a mission.
Crap gang!
And Sarah, you know I had nothing to do with this, don't you? Sarah!
This never would have happened if I hadn't. I never should have gone with you. It was wrong.
No, it wasn't. You went to help the mission.
Did I?
Will I see you tomorrow?
Everyone is welcome at the mission.
That's not what I mean.
It's no good, Sky. You said it yourself. It's no good.
Why not? What kind of doll are you anyway?